right, good afternoon, everyone, and happy Super Bowl Sunday, as we've got a little bit of an appetizer before then, because today we've got a three-way race closing out the first week of the 2025-2026 Dragon Warrior Randomizer Winter League Tournament. And tonight's runners, we've got Chris, DiabeetusThe2nd, and I don't know how the heck this is possible, folks, but we have got one of the contestants here actually in the commentator's booth calling this race with us. It's OOG37. He is in this race, folks. I don't know how the hell we pulled this off, but here he is. Oog, good to have you here today.
We pulled this off through cloning. I grew the OOG that's going to play this race extra fast. I don't know how good he's going to be or whether he can actually play this game, but it allowed me to do the commentary while my clone plays the game.
Certainly, indeed. And you see that this is week one. We've got the flag set that you see on the screen right here. We call it the not too cold flags to start off this 2026 Winter League tournament. We've got random weapon prices. We've got the heal and hurt spells that will come always before the heal and hurt more spells, respectively. There is permanent repel in the overworld, no repel in dungeons. We've got an open Sharlock, no keys required, and we do have treasure guards on.
Except there's only one place the treasure guards aren't.
In the overworld. All right, we are underway here. So as this is a three-person race, whoever gets the first place will get 5 points. Second place will pick up 3 points, and third place 1.5 points, since we don't have the fourth contestant, as it's normally a 5-3-2-1 scoring scale.
Ooh, with some horrible controls off the start.
Yeah, you don't like to see that. So, by the way, you left Jerry open. I don't know why we're seeing Jerry Rice's sprite on the screen, but you left him open, folks.
Well, I mean, he's Mega Jerry, and I went for the save just to keep the money, just in case.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, because you just never know if there's going to be a town very close by. And again, with prices being random, you could see Silver Shield cost 20 golds.
And Jerry's also doing a dance as he's walking down.
Yeah, and Diabetes did a little bit of a gold grind. He's playing as Red from the Pokemon series. Gonna see what's in the basement here. All right, we do have the grave, Garen's grave here at home base. So Diabetes wants no part of it. So now we got a magic.
Mike Jones is doing some grinding here.
Ooh, yes. Yes, we do have Mike Jones. So we've got a nice little variety of characters that our three contestants are playing as today. We got Mike Jones from Star Tropics. We've got Red from Pokemon, and we've got a cross between Mega Man and Jerry.
Mega Man will turn into Jerry Rice real soon. Don't worry.
You'll love to see it, but you don't love to see getting back attacked by the fun police, as ooh, you're going back to the castle, as Chris and Diabetes both level up to level 3, and so they get hurt more out of that. That's a big get.
Yeah, I didn't even realize I got it until, like, I looked at hurt more, and then I was like, when I moved over to my other ROM, did I change the seed number?
Yeah, right? So, yeah, level 3, having that hurt, where we find the Jerk Cave on Diabetes' side. Now, we do have an open Sharlock, so I think what that means is I don't think you need all of the items to win, but obviously you'd like to have Erdrick's sword and the armor. You still need to have those items. By the way, Erdrick's armor will not be in Sharlock.
No, it won't. So everybody looks like they're doing the same kind of grind and around. Just what do we got and what's around us? Is there anything close?
So far, you know, we haven't seen any towns up to this point. So there's a town, though, on Diabetes side. We do find Garenham.
Okay, that makes sense.
2,736 gold. The Silver Shield, nice price at 4,480, but the Flame Shield, or the Flame Sword, I beg your pardon, a very affordable price. So if you can find Garenham, even if you have a little bit of gold, you'll be able to buy that Flame Sword.
Looks like Chris found Garen's grave rather quickly as well.
And there's some gold in the chest, and we have a cursed belt. Now, again, cursed belts would tell you that there's at least one search tile in play. Those 3 search tiles are the overworld, you've got Hawk's Nest, and you've also got the search spot in coal. Now, because we don't have to worry about keys, we can go right into that. And there is a boss. It's a gold man, and with the Hurtmore, can take it down rather easily for 650 golds. And there is the armor. Oh, that is huge there for Diabetes. What a fantastic find early on, less than 4 minutes in OOG.
That OOG found the jerk cave and noped right away.
Yeah, certainly indeed. And there's the freebie cave in Garenham, and inside the chest we have got wings. So Garen's grave and the freebie cave are flip-flopped today.
Well, there we go.
Ooh, an AK-47. This is a chance for Chris to get... Oh, and they have Hurt. That's nice to see. He needs to land 2 Hurtmores, which Chris does. So that's a big get of 172 points there. OOG back to the castle here to fill up on their magic. So you're up to level 4. What are your plans at this point, OOG?
My plans at this point were to refill my magic, go to the back, see if I can weather any storm back there and get to the top chests, and then go get more levels.
Whoops, a little bit of a mistake there. Luckily, Chris caught himself. He was about to buy a broadsword when he had purchased the flame sword because the prices were very similar, but he realized, oh, wait a second, I got the flame sword. I don't need a broadsword, so luckily he was able to back out of that.
OOG hits 5.
Yep, level 5 there for OOG. Chris now into the treasury. He's going to see that gold man, which is going to have Erdrick's armor. All he has to do is connect on 1 Hurtmore. Should not be a problem at all there. And there we go. Chris has now Erdrick's armor. And OOG getting back attacked by a metal scorpion here. What's going to happen? Going to play it safe with the heal? Or going to try to run away and does?
Yeah, I forgot I couldn't do outside during a fight.
No.
So that'll be another heal here once we get to the magic dude.
Well, Diabetes is going back to the castle. He is back attacked by a red dragon. So now Chris trying to do some exploration, but he gets stopped by the deputy. Is he able to escape? No, sir. And he's going back to the castle too.
And it's now, Mega Man is fading now towards Jerry.
Yeah, his powers are starting to go away. Or are they rapidly building, if you want to look at it from that perspective, OOG?
Who knows? But OOG finally finds the ham of Garen.
He doesn't quite have enough money to purchase that silver shield. They'll, of course...
Wait.
Ooh.
Wait, just wait. I remember this mistake.
Ooh, a mistake, says OOG. Well, we're about to find out what said mistake is for 4,565. Oh, you could have bought the silver shield. You had enough money, 4,480. Oh, no. Oh, you hate to see it.
Yeah, well, you know what? Considering that I was in the tournament 2 days before this race, and they were like 10 p.m. Yeah, sure, I'll do it. And then I had that
you'll see the gold man here. I would hope. Let's see what happens once you get the 650 golds, and let's see if you remember. Oh, I could go back and get my silver shield now. Let's see if you remember to do that, OOG.
Well, let's see what Diabetes is doing here too in the same town.
Yep, and he's got 5,840. But I bought a dragon scale too.
Okay.
Yep. Got the dragon scale. Let's see if he remembers the silver shield. He does. Let's see if you remember the silver shield once you take care of the chest in Freebie Cave. There's a silver shield there officially for Diabetes at the 8-minute mark. Let's see.
I found Paul, Lyndon McCartney. We found the wings.
Mm-hmm. You did. And yep, you remember too. You're going back to get that silver shield. Attaboy, OOG.
And I think Jerry has completely usurped Mega Man at this point.
Yep, and you let Jerry get into the end zone too. He's got his silver shield.
That's right.
Meanwhile, Chris, not so lucky against the Fun Police. He's under arrest. Back to the castle he goes. Looks like Diabetes has found a spot in these forest tiles. And I do like the nice wintry palette here. I mean, it is absolutely perfect for the Winter League that we're going to have snow on the ground. It looks very, very festive.
It not only is it apropos, it also gives a different flavor to all of the other tournaments. If we keep
absolutely
this as a setting, this is exactly like winter tournament. No, this is when we use the snow.
Yeah, because suppose we have a winter that's absolutely warm, then it really wouldn't work. We would want to use our normal colored palettes at that point anyway. Diabetes now in the tablet cave. Let's see what's inside the chest here. We've got a dragon scale, which he already has.
He'd already bought and sold.
Correct. Dragon scale gives you 2 additional defensive points. Now, once you put it on, you can get rid of it in your inventory, sell it. As long as you put it on at some point, you still get to enjoy that item's benefits. Speaking of benefits, that Hurt More will take down a green dragon, 135 points. Oog, not so lucky against the blue dragon.
Nope.
Now, look at this.
The one thing that I'm seeing them doing that I didn't do is knowing that permanent repel was on. I was like, you know what? I'm going to run into enemies who are probably too strong for me. I might as well see what I can find.
Yep, exactly here. Oh, I see that Armor Knights also have sleep, so that's annoying. So even though they have hurt, which is good, they also have sleep. Chris is able to get it down 172 points.
I'm now in that cave that I love to end DW3R on.
Oh, yeah. Yes, the artificial Wombo Combo Light. That is what the Armored Knights have today.
Ooh, Diabetes gets sent home by the Demonous.
Yeah, we were talking about odds on favorite of who was going to win this seed. You know, some of us were talking about that Demon Knight taking home the victory. Well, that's a point for the Demon Knight.
Definitely a point for the Demon Knight.
Oh, but we have Fun Police in the overworld as well, and Oog unfortunately succumbs to it, as we do find our trading cave on Diabetes' side.
I wouldn't call it too unfortunate.
No, not really.
Because what it did was tell me, go a different way and find something else.
Yep, absolutely. So Diabetes knows where Sharlock is, but of course, we need to get Erdrick's sword, and of course, we need to be leveled up high enough before we can make the attempt to take down the Dragon Lord.
Absolutely. See, Oog's sitting at level 5 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else is at level 8. But I think Oog's exploration at the moment.
Oh, speaking of exploration, yeah.
Town of Cole, baby.
Now let's see if the sword happens to be here in Cole. It is the Death Necklace, which would give us an additional 10 attack power points at the cost of 25% of our maximum HP, which may or may not come into play. We will find out as the seed progresses. As Chris, also not so lucky against that Fun Police.
It may or may not come into play.
Exactly. So level 9 for Diabetes gave us 2 strength, 3 agility, 14 HP, and 10 MP. So that's a nice little boon there for Diabetes.
And good old Chris with Mike Jones.
And yes, Beta, the winner of the 2025 Summer Tournament, points out some of these runners may metagame and just forget about the sword if we get enough strength, because we've seen runners win with a flame sword in the past before. It doesn't happen too often, but we have seen it happen.
Hawksness, baby.
That could be an interesting find depending on what we have in the spike tile here. But we got a Warlock that is in the way first, as Diabetes is sent home by a green dragon. They have hurt, so that's not so bad.
So if you were Oog in this position, and you knew the other two were at level 8 and level 9, what would you do?
Grind if it's a grindable item on the spike tile. That's what I would do. 2, 4, 3, 5. Oh, no, it's a red dragon.
I doubt not, but... We get sent home on purpose.
Right.
Even though I tried to run, we got sent home on purpose.
I mean, later on, provided they don't have anything nasty, you know, no heal more on the back, no like hidden DL2 breath, it's a possible grind enemy later on, but we need a lot more resources than that, Oog.
However, take a look while I watch Chris and Diabetes.
Hey, you're going up to the north here as Chris got a level up. So, yep, you're heading to the north. Just due north here. So you go back into Hawksness and you're going to look around the Red Dragon. That's what oh, Star Wyverns. You can do that.
Let's see what the others are doing. They're doing the kind of the same thing, exploring and grinding, like grinding while they explore. So everybody's on their exploration point. Well, the other two are on their exploration point, while Oog is on his grind.
Cut and a miss on a Wraith Knight. That doesn't help. That had to frustrate you, Oog.
At this point of the day, I was too tired to care.
Right. There's level 7. There's a Demon Knight down for Chris, and Diabetes continuing to do grinding west of Charlock. Agile Wyvern's good, 83 points. That's a guaranteed one shot with your hurt more.
Looks like everybody's looking for a grind at the moment.
Yep, and we're seeing...
while everybody's grinding, may I?
Yes, you may.
Here's how I came to be in this race. It was 2 days before the tournament started at all. And unfortunately, Archfield had to drop out. And I had just gotten back onto the Discord after I had to change Discord servers because of being hacked. So I'm like, sure, I'll restream, I'll track, I'll commentate. I think it's a bit too late to join. And then I get a message from Destiny. He's like, no, not too late to join. We just had someone drop out. Would you like to jump in? I'm like, sure. They're like, there's a race 10 o'clock Friday night. Okay, not a problem. Thursday night, a rat sneaks into our house. We're in Cantlin with Chris, so let's take a look what's happening here, and I'll continue in a moment.
Yeah, we're going to see if we do have coordinates here, because our coordinates might have our Erdrick Sword, which would pretty much put these runners in grind and go mode. It is 38 to the north, 13 to the east, definitely countable.
Good, I never found it. I don't even think I might have, but I might have not checked. I might have radished this seed, but I don't even think I found that town.
Oh, yeah, because I know some runners, there's a little bit of a nice tradition when they get to Cantlin, the shopping district of the overworld, that there is a certain radish vendor we could talk to, and they are urging you to buy their radishes.
And I do not consider it a validated seed until three of three things happen. One, you find a sparkle tile.
Yep.
Where it's like a bridge leading to a single tile, and you search that tile. 2, you buy your damn radishes, damn it. And 3, I can't remember at the moment.
Yeah, not remembering what to do is a validation. Like, oh gosh, and we have seen runners do that before. Like, they've completely mismarked their maps, they forget to go back to a spot. I get it. So yeah, it makes perfect sense there, Oog.
Wait a minute, people map?
Some people do. I probably would if because my memory is of a goldfish when it comes to random maps. So, you know, when I've done these Dragon Warrior randomizer seeds in the past, I always do the vanilla map, because if I do a random map, I'm probably going to forget where everything is in 10 minutes.
We have a wyvern here. It looks like we have Looks like Diabetes is going to get something. That wyvern came up over a chest. Oh,
There's
look
the
at
sword.
the big swing.
Oh boy, what a huge find there for Diabetes here in the mountain cave.
And I think he's dying intentionally to this red dragon.
Oh, absolutely, indeed. He's got everything he needs. Now it's just grind and go mode. Because again, it's open Sharlock, so we don't need we don't need all of the goodies that we normally would need.
Oog, who used to be 3 to 4 levels behind, is now just 1 behind Chris and 2 behind Diabetes.
Yep, I mean, Oog, you've done a very good job finding a nice grind spot to keep up with the Joneses here, as they would say.
Yeah, I think Diabetes had the plan that I had about 10 minutes early.
Oh yeah, definitely, indeed. Now we take a look at these numbers. Yep.
You have everything you need. Go where the big enemies are.
Yep, go where the big enemies are, where you're going to get all the points here. Of course, if there are red dragons, all bets are off. And keep in mind that we still do not have heal more. Speaking of red dragons, all I had to do was talk about it, Oog, and the situation presents itself. So let's see what happens here. Tries to run, no dice, sent home.
Come on. Constable Karen Brooks wanted to make sure that the fun police policed the fun.
Absolutely.
As Dween says, game knows.
Always does, always will. And now we'll see what Diabetes decides to do now that he knows there are red dragons in Sharlock, as we've just crossed the 20-minute mark. I don't think it's going to deter him. Well, he sees a Magic Wyvern in his way first. They've got hurt, which is nice. You're continuing to do this grind here in Hawksness with this Kaishu no Chigeki on the Wraith Knight. That's level 10, by the way. So you're in the same level as Chris.
Yeah, still about 180 behind, but and it looks like Diabetes is back to the little grind.
Yeah, back to the little grind.
Because why not when you have the magic murder birds that you can take down with 5 magic points?
Not to mention that, of course, we've got permanent repel on, so anytime you see an encounter, you know it's going to be something that's going to give you good points.
Wow. Absolutely. And Oog has now gone back to the... And look, he is making a beeline somewhere.
Well, let's find out.
Not sure where yet, but he's making a beeline somewhere. I think he's trying to find anything else that might be on this map, or he forgot what the map looked like, which is probably more likely.
Well, that's your bullet point number 3 that we just talked about earlier a few minutes ago. Yep. All right, Demon Knight for Chris. That tend to be extraordinarily dodgy. And didn't get Vipered somehow. He got the critical hit, and Chris takes it down for the 90 points, and that's good for level 11. And that is Mountain. Ooh, so this is where you're going to find your sword here, Oog, if you can survive.
Yes. And I bet you after that, I'm going to go grind Sharlock until I'm ready.
Most certainly indeed. We got a Metal Scorpion that decides to back attack you, as we've got simultaneous green dragons up top. Well, green dragons have heal. That's kind of annoying. So they have the both.
Let me put it this way, chat.
34 agility and 43 HP on that level that Diabetes just got. Are you kidding me? Wow.
I know. My eyes bugged out of my head when I got there myself.
Yeah, that is crazy amount of agility for just one level. My word.
Guys, I can tell you exactly how long this race takes, but I'm not gonna.
And that's a good point. It is a palindrome. 134431. If you do that number backwards, that's the same. That is crazy.
That's wonderful.
You love to see it. Now, Diabetes is back into Sharlock, hoping to get better enemy luck this time around. Yeah, and because of that, that agility was so much, we are now defense breaking green dragons. That's bad news, because now they're not going to show up except in Hawksness or Sharlock, one of those two.
See, it's funny because once I get what I need, I go straight to Hawksness, I think. Or at least eventually, once I get to Hawksness, I just waste everything and go back.
Yep, and with no repel in dungeons, yeah, those green dragons will be in play here in Sharlock. So that's the only place you're going to see them.
Oh, I got rid of my favorite enemy. I actually have a woodcut wyvern sitting right in front of me.
And there's your
and
sword.
And a woodcut metal spline.
All right, so Diabetes saving on the resources here, and there's you see the defense breaking, the old Nuzzlemore trick that these green dragons are now using because we're defense breaking them. And to defense break, it's 88. 88 is the magic number to defense break green dragons. Yep.
Hey, look, Oog, you're going searching for stuff that you're not going to find. Just go back. Just do that thing where you return.
Yep. It's amazing how the game kind of directs you like that.
And let's see if Oog goes right or if he does something stupid first.
Oh, there is an X.
He's levels behind everybody and he's doing something stupid.
Yep. There's a certain sounder we would be playing on a couple of channels that I know of from The Simpsons.
There would also be another one on my channel which wouldn't be played on this channel.
No, it wouldn't work.
At this moment.
Yuppers. Yuppers. Another Axe Knight here for Diabetes as he's getting closer and closer. That actually is good enough for level 13. 0, 0, 8, 10 in sleep. That's a level. I mean, are you surprised at the 0 agility? Are you surprised at the 0 agility?
I wasn't even paying attention.
Yeah, it was 0, 0, 8, 10. That's what we got for the level on level 13.
Woohoo!
And we still do not have heal more.
There's some things while watching this I don't really understand.
Yeah, and what's that?
I'll find out when I watch more because it's about the other two.
Oh, yeah. So now Chris finds a green dragon as he's at level 12. Next level, the level system, of course, is the same as what you're normally accustomed to seeing, is at 5625.
Yeah, I'd rather have it very fast, but that's just me.
Oh, of course. That's why we do wild lightning around here.
Gang Skippy.
Not too many resources left does Diabetes have as Chris takes down the green dragon for 135. That is our spike tile here in Swamp Cave. That's a pretty good enemy to grind on.
I never found Swamp Cave.
Yep. Well, this is where Chris could maybe catch up here on Diabetes.
Yes, it is. But Diabetes has already gotten down to the bottom. He's going to know exactly if he needs to go again. He's going to know exactly what he needs to do.
The problem is getting slept upon. It was a one-turn sleep, fortunately, as we're going to use the hurt more. And should just chop it off to finish off the fight. And there you go. So Diabetes with another 172 points. Oh, we're going to, well, maybe we're going to look at the pyramid here.
We'll see what happens.
He's going to try to finish it off in 3, and he's got one more swing left.
Oh, no, it dodged.
Oh, he's dodged. Denied the 350 points there. So it looks like we're not going to find out what is behind the 25,000 gold pyramid.
Now we look like Oog's determined.
Yep, now Oog's going to take a shot here at Sharlock.
Watch him spend 10 minutes on the bottom floor. Top floor, I guess.
Well, yeah, it would be the top floor. You're right about that. Because we go from top to bottom, not bottom to top. Although it kind of has that feeling, doesn't it? Look at all these green dragons so far.
Well, it works both ways.
Yep, sure does. And yeah, Chris, that's a nice strategy there. He's going hurt more so that he doesn't have to deal with the or swing hurt more. I beg your pardon. He's going swing hurt more so he doesn't have to deal with a short rolling a hurt more leading into heal where another swing isn't going to be enough.
All right, so I didn't get to finish the rat story.
Go ahead and finish your rat story.
So the night before this race, both of the kids sleep in the basement, and that's where I normally sleep. So I had to make sure both of them were okay, and then I had to go upstairs to where we trapped the rat in a room and spent from about 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. trying to draw it out, using our dog to sniff wherever it was. At about 2 a.m., it's like, you know what? I got to go to bed one way or another. Missed nighttime medications. Wake up, do the morning medications, and having missed the nighttime medications and been off the schedule, oh my goodness. Was it something I wasn't ready for? So then I tried a practice seed. In that practice seed, I couldn't get 20 by 20 without having died 17 times by level 5. I think it was 14, but I'm saying 17 because that's what I said. And I'm like, nope, I'm not doing this. I'm going to practice for my first race by playing Zelda 2. We have heal more at 14, by the way.
Yep, that's correct. It was 5239 plus heal more. So level 14, that is your magic level to get the heal more. So now we should see some longer sustain grinds from all these runners at that point.
Yes. And then I called the 7 o'clock race to try and, okay, let's see what other runners do with this kind of seed, and let's call a race. And then I ran my race. So by this time, like, I'm trying to keep eyelids open.
Like you more or less you crash course this week of racing, if you will.
And the fact that I am still in league with people who have practiced so much more than I am, I can't believe it myself.
Well, I mean, to me, that's kind of dedication to, you know, the experience. And I know you do different flag sets than probably most runners. You do Wild Lightning. I think that's still more than enough to kind of keep you on your game. It might be a different way of approaching it, but I think it's just as effective.
But everybody's got the same idea, right? It looks like we're all doing Sherlock grinds. And why wouldn't we?
I mean, that's where you're going to get all the points because you definitely aren't going to get it in the overworld.
Especially not with permanent repel.
No, not at all, because you get a couple more defensive points. You're going to be defense breaking Axe Knights. 94 is the magic number. We'll see if we get there today.
I was pissed off every time a werewolf came by, but I still killed a lot of them anyway.
Oh yeah. Because they're extra dodgy. It's hard to one-shot them with your hurt more. Yeah, they're annoying enemies.
Give me a couple of moments.
No problem. So we got simultaneous green dragons on the left. Oog takes it down. And next enemy that Oog takes will give him level 13. So Chris still doing the grind here, back into Cantlin to fill her up and back to the grind. We are 423 points away from level 15 on Diabetes side. And that HP looking very, very strong. It definitely looks like that the death necklace is on the table here today. Now, werewolves having heal more, that makes it an even less attractive option. $208 more points to go for Diabetes. Let's see if Diabetes is able to two-shot this, and double 37s will get the job done for Diabetes. If you're wondering, werewolves on the chart have 53 to 70, so that's 74, covered the spread. Diabetes getting very close to level 15. Chris, not going to be too far behind on that either. We got a red dragon on Oog's side. Let's see if he's able to take it down for the big 350. There it is, 350 points right there for Oog. And here comes level 15 for Diabetes. Let's see what we get. 1 power, no agility, and 10 HP. That was almost a 000 level there. So, yeah, it really looks like Death Necklace is on the table because we're at 142 HP. Do some math here. We're going to lose, what, 35, 36? So we're still going to be rocking 106, 107 HP when we put on the Death Necklace. So if our attack power continues to flatline like this, I definitely think we're going to see Death Necklace come into play. Of course, there is a little teeny tiny thing that Diabetes was trying to maybe find before he took that death earlier, was maybe the fighter's ring was in that pyramid, but he got stopped by a red dragon and couldn't finish the job because he got dodged. So we'll never know if the ring is in there. At least I don't think we're ever going to know, but I've seen stranger things happen. And yes, for those of you wondering, Death Necklace, which so far only Oog has found, Oog is the only one who has found the Death Necklace, was in Cole.
That's right.
So Oog still very much could be in this race. Of course, that all depends on whether or not our strength flatlines here. If it continues to flatline, the more that it could benefit Oog here. So you're not out of the woods just yet. You still have a shot here, bud.
All I know is at 35 minutes, I was at level 13, and I was really happy. I'm seeing these guys at level 15, and I'm like, damn, I suck.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things, but the fact of the matter is your exploration was better than theirs because, you know, you found what benefited you the most. They kind of didn't. I mean, Caitlin, a bust, except that it did lead to a swamp for Chris, and Diabetes never found it. So you could argue that Diabetes was the quickest to find what they needed. So their luck in terms of exploration was the best. But in terms of like the necessities, I think your luck was the best, Oog.
All I know is this. To paraphrase a certain commentator, RNG favors the favorites
and underwhelms the underdogs.
Well, yep. I mean, that's if they're underdogs.
We've talked about this many times, and I know exactly what you're getting into. You know, I think too far from now. There's a certain partaking of said game that I will be involved in the not too distant future. It's going to be a time, that's for sure. But that's another story for another time, Oog.
Oog finally gets his heal more.
Yep, level 14. And of course, the rules stay the same, that your attack power on the Dragon Lord works like this. You start with your triple digits, knock off the first 100. So at your base, you divide it by 2, rounded down. That is your maximum attack on the Dragon Lord. And you divide it by 2 again, rounded down. That's your minimum. So these runners aren't doing diddly.
By 4 for the minimum.
Exactly. That's the other way to do it. Just divide it by 4. All right.
So once the stats come back up, we'll take a look at how everybody's doing.
Well, the attack power is still lacking on everybody's side here. Now, one thing to know is that Chris does not have the flame sword.
4 to 6 for Diabetes, and
I know what you're thinking. 4 to 8, I know what you're thinking, Oog.
I'm just worse.
Wow.
Mickey's rating with a party of 3. Welcome in. We also had Aaron rating with a party of 6 and Dabbit rating. Welcome in all of them. You haven't missed the whole seed. I can tell you how much is left in the seed, Ziggy, but that's not my place to say.
Well, it's hard to say how much is left of the seed. It looks like there isn't much left except grinding, but here's the problem: is trying to find said enemies to grind on, because we just picked up level 16, which didn't do anything for agility. We got 2 strength, 1 agility, 0 HP, and 9 MP. Still nowhere near the numbers we need to take down this Dragon Lord. There's level 16 for Chris as well.
Oog's still searching around, hoping that this permanent repel gives him red dragons all the time.
Yeah, red dragons being worth 350. Now that we have the heal more, they're definitely a more viable option here. Oog taking a chance there, gets a nice healthy swing, gets to 350 points.
And hopefully he remembers where a town is. Oh, no, he doesn't.
Oh, look at Diabetes picking up the fairy water at Tantagel Castle. That's a good strategy indeed. 9 to 16 damage. And the way your attack power is, yeah, I could see these runners going for a fairy water attempt.
I could see somebody about to do something stupid.
I'm guessing that somebody is you.
I don't know, but I can see somebody about to do something stupid.
We'll find out if that is the case in due time, as they say. Yep. Chris sees a red dragon, going to go for it to pick up the 350 points, and Diabetes continuing to drain their inventory to get as many fairy waters as they possibly can, because I think Diabetes is going to go for it here.
Mm-hmm. It looks like it. Looks like he's setting up for it. Chris is opening the stairs now and going down to the lower levels. Oog's in Chalak. Doing some more grinding.
You know, I just thought of something, Oog. Diabetes playing as Red. When you die or get sent back to the castle, it would be funny if Nurse Joy was there and says, "You're all healed up. We hope to see you again." Just like in Pokemon. Oh, so you hope to see me die again? Anybody who's heard the meme knows. There you go. Level 16. 15, I beg your pardon. Yeah, thou art all healed up. We hope to see thee again. That's it. That's it. We hope to see thee again.
Well, I mean, if your whole job is to bring people back from the dead, and you want to keep your cash flowing, of course you're gonna want repeat customers.
I love it. See, the people here who are joining us, who are assisting us here today, we've got Felicin and Cherno. Love it. Thou art all healed up, and then when you're dead, thou is out of usable HP. Thou blacked out. Oh, it's perfect. I don't know if it's possible to do. But if it is, I'm for it.
Okay, and speaking of the people who are working on today, can we get the links for the racers and the links for the backstage crew, please?
Absolutely.
So don't be afraid to follow Just Chris and Diabetes. They are playing wonderfully. Great races. And my co-host, LOZ Cards Fan, whenever he has a chance to get on, it's always a fantastic time. And of course, our restreamer VV and our trackers Felician and Kirno, or Cyrno, or
Cherno,
like Chernobyl.
Oh, okay. So we got the 150 chest has a torch. We are playing the 25,000 gold pyramid. 100 chest has an herb. The 50 chest has gold. 200 chest has the fighter's ring. There we go. So the $200 chest had the fighter's ring. I was so caught up in everything that I didn't think Chris, or anybody for that matter, was going to play the 25,000 gold pyramid. And if anybody in the back of their minds in chat was playing the 25,000 gold pyramid, your $200 chest was the winning chest.
So everyone just say you had 200 on your mind so you all win.
Yep, everyone will get 25,000 exactly.
And
the budget will be shot.
now that those links are on the screen, don't be afraid to click those links. Click the follow button. It's free. It expands the community and it introduces us to more awesome people.
It most certainly does indeed. And oh, Diabetes getting dodged by that werewolf. Next level, by the way, is at 12,000. Level 17 at 12,000. Chris, oh, I see what Chris is doing now. He's going to the judges table. He's looking for that sword. He's hoping it's here in Sharlock. We know it's not. We know it's in Mountain Cave, which he has not found. In the judges table, we've got a torch. All right, so continuing to grind here in Sharlock in the top floor. Not finding anything at the moment. Let's see what Diabetes has in mind. Continuing to do the Sharlock dive. Oh, Chris is now going to see what is behind that spike tile here in Hawksness, which we know is a red dragon, and he's going to go right in. Ooh, Diabetes getting put to sleep by the Armored Knight. And they do have hurt. And it looks like they at least use it 50% of the time. It is 75%. It certainly hasn't felt like it, but it is 75%, which is good. But now he's put to sleep again, so this is really delaying Diabetes. Now, I forget, do we have the guaranteed runs after 3 run fails in this tournament?
Yes, I believe so, at least in this week. So I bet you that sounder about that Lenny talks about Homer.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you it's about to come after I kill myself to this red dragon.
Ah, yes, when you got to level 16. Oh, so you're going to go for the dive on level 16 and put on that death necklace. That's my guess. We'll see if that comes to fruition. Meanwhile, Diabetes is on the bottom floor of Sharlock and is just going to take down this red dragon. And Diabetes is going to spend some of his herbs, has not touched that MP. There's that AK-47, and there's that run fail. There we go.
Run fails, yay!
Oh, that's interesting. Talking about week 3's flags, is that running costs experience points? I wonder how much it costs. That'll be interesting.
That sounds really, really not good.
That's crazy. Now here's the 64,000 gold question. If running costs experience points, if you run to the point where you go away from the experience points that gave you the level up, do you actually level down? I would think not, but that would be crazy.
It looks like it's a like, so if you had 200 experience and I guess you tried to run and failed and then killed the thing, 12.5% would be taken off.
I got you.
So you get 175 instead of 200.
Right. I got you. So it takes away from the value of the enemy. I was gonna say that would be crazy if you could level down. That would be absolutely insane.
It would be wrong.
It would be wrong. You're not wrong. It would be wrong. So Chris got to level 17, and it looks like that's win with the death necklace, according to what we're seeing in chat. So level 17 seems to be like the winning ticket if you're doing this the way you want to do it, as fast as possible, as safely as possible.
Diabetes does, because he is going to get by the the guard here, and he's going to be there soon, and I'm going to go on count.
Absolutely. By the way, getting this green dragon, because he's just 3 experience points away from that level. Remember that Drakey you passed by earlier in this seed, if there was one?
I brushed his teeth.
You did indeed. And there is level 17 for Diabetes. He's going to see these digits: 4 power, 1 agility, 3 HP, and 10 MP. So
That means nothing when you're in the throne room.
no, the MP does not. So he's got 11 heal mores.
Beautiful.
Yep. Beautifully done. So 5 to 11 is what he can attack for. But remember, he's got a lot of fairy waters at his disposal. So you're going to be on the count here, Oog.
Yes,
stop spell hype. Love to see that. And, couldn't get it on 3 shots. Too weak there. You're going to have to hope that, okay, goes for the attack. He's going to finish it off right here. And it's time to start counting here, Oog. Let's see what happens to Diabetes.
Red. 13. 22.
Seeing that min roll is no good.
Triple, though. The triple ending off at 37 in a row is not bad.
That had a great heal, but luckily it was a melee and not the breath. So we're at 37.
Now we're at 46.
Another min.
Really not great fairy waters, but they're still doing what they need to do.
Based on your attack, sure, that's better.
So there's another 13. So 46, 13, 59.
Yep, you got it.
67. 7. Seven and 16 is 83.
That's more like it. That was a max right there.
Yep, that's what you want from your fairy waters. 99. There's another one.
Yep, and a double to boot.
So 111.
Yeah, he's in pretty good shape with 5 heal mores left to go at 111. Could be a double.
117.
But no, went for the breath.
123. Double. 134.
132.
Okay. I agree with you. 139. 145.
147. 155. Yep. Boom! With 2 heal mores to spare, Diabetes is going to take the checkered flag and get the 5 points.
This is my Sherlock dive. I am off of commentary for the moment.
Alrighty, so we're going to see what happens here on Oog's side. Oog can still get second place out of this if this dive ends up being successful. So GG's to DiabeetusThe2nd. Going to take home the 5 points here in just over 51 minutes. All right, so we'll see how Oog fares. As by the way, Chris did find Erdrick's sword, so at level 17, he could definitely make that play. Again, he does not have the death necklace as he has not found coal as of yet. Now, he could go for fairy water strats, but he's doing neither here as Chris is on his way to Sherlock. Now, I don't know if he's going to... He's trying to run for the Red Dragon, but it's just not working out. So now Oog into Sherlock, finds an Axe Knight. And this is going to take the points. I mean, he is closing in on the next level, which is at 12,000. Chris is going to try to run from the Green Dragon. He does so successfully. And do remember that there was a fighter's ring behind the $200 chest in Sherlock, which gives us an additional 2 attack power points. Because right now, in Oog's present situation, it's going to be 4 to 9 damage on 118 attack power. But of course, with the death necklace, you're doing 7 to 14. With the fighter's ring, 7 to 15. So that'll help expedite the fight a bit for OOG. Of course, OOG has only the death necklace. He does not have any fairy waters. That is crazy that Diabetes had just one excellent move this entire race. That is a insanely low amount. OOG has made it to the basement. We'll see if he checks the treasury. He does not check the treasury, so he will not get the extra 2 attack power points off of this fighter's ring. So he will indeed be doing 7 to 14 damage, provided he gets there. He's having problems with this Armored Knight, though, as a lot of these runners have been having problems today. Well, Chris now having some problems with an Armored Knight. And luckily for him, he's not been put to sleep. Actually, he has been put to sleep. I beg your pardon. Luckily, they've not used Chop more on him, which would do a lot more damage than hurt. Ooh, we see that golems have baby breath. Haven't really talked much about breath in this game. We haven't seen too much. And ooh, continuing to have problems running away from Armored Knights. Does make it to the spike tile, so all dragons this time around. 2 green dragons and a red dragon in Hawksness. There's the annoying heal spell that green dragons have. So they have the both. They have heal and hurt. And let's see if OOG goes for... nope, not going to go for level 17. Could have done so, I'd say, rather easily with that green dragon on the spike tile, but he is just going to go right into the fight. So we'll see if OOG is able to pick up second place points, and Chris is right behind him. So if OOG is not able to take advantage of this, Chris could sneak in the back door and get the 3 points. We'll see what happens. OOG does put on the death necklace. Gets the stop spell that he wanted. Gets an attack, which is okay. Gets another stop spell. Was rolling low on those attacks, but finishes the job, and we are neck and neck here. OOG the first to DL2 and does get the first strike with an 11. 7 to 14 is what we can do, so he gets an opening double for 19, but that is below average. There's 32. That's a good roll. Chris is now on the fight. That's 43. 43 to 8. 52 to 17.
I'll count the other one. 17.
Oh, you do that. There's 64.
28.
Again, 155 is what we saw on Diabetes side. We're at 64 down here. Now 74.
34. 42.
There's 86.
50.
95. Well, a little bit low here, so need to start seeing some better rolls here to win this fight. 104. Ooh, don't like seeing those single digits.
65.
There's 113. Another bad roll there. 113.
71.
125. He's going to have 2 attacks left. And even if he max roll, that might not be enough. Let's find out what happens here. 137.
90.
There's 148. Not enough. Oog a little bit short, only rolling 148. So now Chris can finish this. Go ahead with the numbers.
I don't need to count from now on.
Yep. So Chris, looking to finish the job here. Yeah, that was just a tough ending there, Oog, because you were right there. It would have been second place if you would have gotten the job done there. Oh, very, very close. We'll find out what he had. 148 is what you ended up rolling. We know it has no more than 155. And Chris trying to finish the fight here with Fairy Waters. You don't see that very often, but Chris is going to have to use his final heal more here. We're going to see if it's enough to finish the job. Here it comes. And that's it. With one attack to spare, Chris is going to get second place out of this. Very, very close for second place between Chris and Oog. And Chris going to pull it off. It was 153. He were only 5 points short, Oog. Just those awfully single digits that we saw towards the end of that fight. That hurt you there. Tough break, my man.
Hey, at that point, it was 11 o'clock at night. I hadn't yet taken my night pills for the next night after missing the night before. And I was kind of like seeing two Dragon Lords. So the fact that I actually got to that point, the fact that it was actually under an hour that I was able to do this with a map that I'm used to being double, and the fact that 3 days ago before this race, I learned that I was actually able to play, I'm not complaining that I didn't finish.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have changed the result anyways. Chris just finished with 59 minutes and 24 seconds. So a 7 minute and 57 second margin of victory there for Diabetes, 5 points. Chris will take 3 points, Oog 1.5, but oh, so close to taking 3 points there, Oog. A valiant effort on your part.
I mean, I basically went in blind after doing my first practice seed and dying 17 times before level 5. And then just being like, yeah, I'm playing Zelda 2 instead.
Absolutely. And the fact that you came that close to getting second place out of a difficult seed like that, I mean, props to you for doing it, what you did under that much energy, because I don't think a lot of people could do that.
Well, I mean, if it weren't for the dang rat in our house the night before, I probably could have played better, but that is life. It gives you what it gives you. And there's really nothing else you can do about it, except thinking that do we not have a week to reveal after this?
Yes, we do. I believe that's coming up, what, in half an hour, I believe? Yeah, 4:30 p.m. Eastern. That's half an hour from now. So, yeah, we do have a reveal show coming up right here.
Well, there we go. I do not know if we have Diabetes or Chris watching, but you guys are welcome to come in and say whatever you want about the seed. I have spoken my piece. That was the best tournament race that I felt I've ever played. So I'm fine with that.
Yeah, you put up a really good fight. That is for sure. When we've seen this happen countless times, you're definitely not the first one, and you're not going to be the last one where just bad rolls just denies you out of a win. We've seen it many times.
I mean, that's what we have the rubber band for.
Exactly.
I have to go make dinner.
All right, well, you enjoy your dinner, but there is going to be a little bit of downtime here on a DW Randomizer, but we will be back shortly here at 4:30 Eastern for the Week 2 group reveals. It should be very exciting. We'll see what we end up getting for our matchups. But for the moment, that's going to do it for us.
1 second.
What do we got?
Before we do it for us, let us give a shout out to
of course.
Chirno and Value V for putting the thing on in the background, and a shout out to Cards for leading the charge while I commented on my own failures.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure doing commentary with you once again, and it's good to be back here in the Dragon Warrior Randomizer Tournament commentary booth. I'm sure I'll be back for more exciting matches here as this tournament progresses. But also, please make sure you give all of our runners, and we've talked about you, Oog, but also give Chris and Diabetes2nd a follow as well. Fantastic job from everybody today. So we'll see you in a little bit here on DW Randomizer, but for now, for everybody here, for my commentator partner OOG37, I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23. We'll see you shortly for the reveal of our Week 2 matchups right here on DW Randomizer. Have a good day, everyone.